Hey gamers, welcome to Board Games and Beyond, where we talk about what's news and what's new at your local game store and in the gaming industry. I'm Rick.
And I'm Gretchen.
And let's get right to it with the news. All right, so headlining this week, we've got the Quacks of Quedlinburg. This is a game that won the 2018 Kennerspiel des Jahres, I hope I'm saying that right, award, and is being published here in the States by North Star Games, and they're excited to announce that this newest release, the Quacks of Quedlinburg, which has won that award, I'm not going to say it again because I don't want to butcher it, recognized it as the top strategy game for gaming connoisseurs, designed by Wolfgang Warsch and released in Germany by the publisher Schmidt Spiel. This is a delightful strategy push-your-luck game set in medieval times. As a local charlatan brewing questionable potions, you draw from your potpourri of ingredients until you think your own special blend is just right. But beware, too much of the wrong ingredient and you may spoil your brew. Sell your potions and use your profits to buy better ingredients, making your next potion is even better and earning you even more points. So a really cool game coming to us by North Star Games. We have a great relationship with them. They're amazing. And if you want to find out more about this particular game, The Quacks of Quedlinburg, go to northstargames.com. Now, the next one, which you've got to talk about, is I just watched the new movie.
Ooh, so you're excited.
Yeah, so tell me about what you got.
All right, guys. So I have for you Tomb Raider board game by Square Enix, all right? So with the release date for the Shadow of the Tomb Raider quickly approaching, excitement for Lara Croft's next big adventure is at an all-time high, and Japanese publisher Square Enix has been building that excitement even more by offering the community Tomb Raider-related incentives by solving difficult puzzles. So now, thanks to the community's efforts, Square Enix has revealed that an official Tomb Raider board game is in development, and it's scheduled for release in 2019.
Nice. And it says here that we can find out more information about that over at SquareX Merch EMEA on their Twitter.
Yep.
So we'll put that link up there for you guys so you can follow that. So you can find out all the cool news. And I'm guessing if you follow Square Enix, you're also going to be able to keep up with the news on this game. So, and as more information comes out, we'll keep you guys informed. Next, we've got My Little Pony retro line from Ultra Pro. So this is Ultra Pro making different, as we know, they make a lot of products for a bunch of different games. And so they're making deck protectors, deck boxes, neon play mats. Yeah, and it's super retro. It has that kind of like our little side, our transitions in our show, where it has a retro 80s feel. They're doing a retro 80s look. So you can check all that out over at ultrapro.com and find out more about the My Little Pony retro line of products. Super cool stuff.
All right.
Wow, that was so something new but old, which leads us to something new this week. Let's find out what's new at your local game store.
All right, so new this week, we have Shifting Realms by Soaring Rhino. Yeah. So Shifting Realms is a game of colliding worlds that introduces our Realm engine. Players must balance gameplay over 3 randomly selected worlds, each with its own end condition. Once 2 out of the 3 worlds' end conditions are met, the game ends. And players will send out scouts to collect resources, recruit soldiers, and protect their peasants.
Nice.
Yeah.
And it looks like you can also build structures to gain powers and earn victory points. There are story cards and individual tasks which add intrigue and complexity to the gameplay.
Yeah, sounds like it's going to be strategy-based.
I love it. And also, if you want to find out more about this, you can check it out at soaringrhino.com/shifting-realms. So it's all good stuff. Now, our next new this week is Brass Lancashire. Brass Lancashire, which was first published as Brass, is now being published by Roxley Game Laboratory. It is an economic strategy game that tells the story of competing cotton entrepreneurs in Lancashire during the Industrial Revolution. You must develop, build, and establish your industries and networks so that you can capitalize demand for iron, coal, and cotton. The game is played over 2 halves, the canal phase and the rail phase. To win the game, score the most victory points, which are counted at the end of each half. And so for Brass Lancashire, you can find out more about that at brassgame.backerkit.com, but it's also available at your local game store now.
Awesome. And we have Doppelganger by WizKids.
Love it.
Yes. So each turn, the players will confront a challenge that requires teamwork. The party leader selects which adventurers will help him win the encounter, and everyone selected contributes to a card to the pool. The others are added from the draw pile. So together, the party leader then distributes one item to each party member to help them in their quest, and success brings rewards and moves the party closer to uncovering the hidden truth. So failure brings pain and moves the doppelgangers one step closer to victory.
All right, so we actually talked about this game in an interview at Gen Con, and it's basically someone in the party is a doppelganger.
Oh my gosh.
And when you're come up against a challenge, everybody has to contribute one of these cards that the party leader has given you to help succeed in that challenge.
Yeah.
The doppelganger doesn't necessarily want you to succeed, so they may give you something that does not help you at all.
That's so many shenanigans.
Right, and you don't get to, you don't know who's adding what, and then of course people are gonna be like, well, I didn't put that. Well, I didn't put that in there. I would never.
No, yeah.
But someone at that
Look
table.
into my eyes. Do I look like a liar?
Yeah, someone at the table is the doppelganger, and it's a really cool concept and fun game based on what I did get to see. I really look forward to actually playing it with a group of friends, like Gretchen here. And again, you can find out more about this game at WizKids.com. Awesome. Super cool. Well, now that leads us, speaking of Gen Con, to one of our Spotlight videos. Let's check it out. Hey gamers, welcome back. Rick here with Game Trade Media, coming to you from Gen Con 2018 here at Lucas Oil Stadium in the Skybox, one of the lower suites. Pretty swanky. I've got Andrew Wolf, who you all probably know I talk a lot about. He is from USAopoly. He's also the designer of and I will legit say this, I love a bunch of games that came out this year, and they're coming out this year, but you created my favorite game this year.
Thank you so much. That means a lot. It
is my game. If anybody wants to fight me about it, I'll do it. Fisticuffs.
I got
Thanos
your back.
Rising. Thank you. Thanos Rising from USAopoly. So you were so kind to send a couple extra Thanos statues so that we could do some repaints on them.
Yeah.
On our Painting Happy Little Mini shows, and I have one for you to keep.
For me?
For you, sir, kind sir. Yes.
That is so generous. This thing is gorgeous. I hope everybody can get a
we're gonna
good.
Take a nice close-up look. So this is the one that Dave Taylor painted on Painting Happy Little Minis, and as a repaint, and he did an amazing job. He's
so good.
Yeah, a ridiculously good painter. He did this in an hour and like 45 minutes.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding. He's ridiculously good. I'm like, all right. So that's one. I would have given you the one I painted, but I paint like a 4-year-old, and there's 4-year-olds that are amazing, but he's.
I would have gladly accepted whichever one you wanted to gift me with, and I can't come without bearing gifts of my own too. So as I think some people may know, we debuted some more new promo cards for Thanos Rising, and I wanted to make sure I got you a set. So if we want to kind of show them off
absolutely.
there, you want to run through them.
So what do we got?
Let's see. So that first one I think is the Q ship. So there's a new villain to fight, and this one, like all the other ships in the game, it heals. It heals the villains.
No, but
it
yes.
does. Of course, we have everyone's favorite, Eitri the dwarf.
That is such a great shot.
Yeah. Can help you forge the hammer. I think everybody hopefully has had a chance to get their hands on the Stormbreaker promo card.
Nice.
That we debuted earlier with Nidvalir. So of course we have to introduce Eitri to the fold as well.
Of course. Yeah. I like it says his power is pretty good for 2 of the space symbols area. Each player with no bonus tokens may draw a bonus token.
Yeah.
And those are
really
powerful in that game.
Super important for getting things moving and helping defeat Thanos and his baddies.
Next we have,
of course,
M'Baku.
M'Baku. Wakanda. What is it? Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever. M'Baku, the vegetarian leader of the gorilla clan there.
The Jabari tribe.
The Jabari tribe. Remove. And his is also super powerful.
Yeah.
Remove 1 damage from each team leader.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, he's super good. He rallies in support of Black Panther and the leaders. So. Yeah, he gets a little healing power and keeps the leaders on the playing field. And, of course, I think the one everyone's been asking about, waiting for.
There you go.
Yeah, Scarlet Witch. There she is.
Yeah, and she is also very powerful once you get her ability activated in that remove a counter from an Infinity Stone. But if you have super important,
like how you win and lose the game.
Yeah, and if Vision is on your team, also draw a bonus token.
Well, I mean, of course, they are a couple.
They are a couple.
So you can get them together.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. So those are for you. And for anybody who's attending the show this weekend, we've got promos available for everyone. And we're also going to be putting these out in retailer support kits. So if you're not able to make it to Gen Con, make sure to hit up your friendly local game store and let them know that you want the new promos.
Nice.
We'll make sure we'll get them out to the retailers for the game days, and just to add more to what has already been really a tremendous and rousing success for us with Thanos Rising. So we're excited. We really appreciate all of the support from the fans. And
well, I'm going to preach it to the end of days, because it's so much fun. And like I've said on many of our programs, when it comes up, which is a lot, that it's a game that you may not win every time. You may not win every other time.
I hope not.
Because this guy is kicking butt. But the thing about it is you will have fun every time you play it, because it is so thematic and in line with the movie and the comics and everything, that as a fan of that universe, you're going to be like recognizing everything, hitting that table. It's so much fun. There's so many things about it that I could just sit here and be like, just spew. But you brought something else to show us today.
I did.
And I'm really excited about this, because it's another one of my fandoms.
Oh, awesome. So we're going to set Thanos aside for now, and we're going to shift gears a little bit to a new game that we have coming out next month, and we are previewing it here.
So good.
Fantastic Beast: Perilous Pursuit. So as I think most of the fans out there know, with USAopoly, we've done a bunch of stuff with Harry Potter.
Right.
We launched with, we actually started with the Trivial Pursuit game, which has sold tremendously well. There's just so many Harry Potter fans. And then, of course, we did Hogwarts Battle and Monster Box of Monsters. And everybody loves the co-op deck builder. And so this year we actually have 3 new Wizarding World Harry Potter games coming out. We're doing Harry Potter Codenames, which is based off of Codenames Duet, so it's that cooperative style gameplay.
Okay.
A Harry Potter Munchkin Deluxe.
Okay.
And those 2 games will be coming out later in October. And then we're delving into the Wizarding World a little bit more with Fantastic Beasts. In this game we're calling Perilous Pursuit.
Okay.
So it's based off of the actions in the first movie, where you have Newt and his friends trying to track down the beasts that have escaped his suitcase and are running around in New York City.
Okay.
So this is also a co-op game, and let's take a look at some of the stuff that we got in this box. So these are the various beasts that you are trying to track down.
We'll just flip them this way. So you've got the Mooncalf, the Niffler.
Yep,
we all love Niffler.
Yep.
The
Rumpet. Yeah, the big like rhinoceros-looking guy.
The Okami hatchling.
Yep. There's a Billywigs.
Billywigs. Ooh, this is also very cool. The Bowtrunkle.
Yep, that's the little like stick figure guy, little twig guy that runs around in Newt's pocket.
Right.
Yeah.
And the one that the one goblin wants it.
Yes.
Like
yep. Ooh, a Bowtrunkle.
Yes.
Yeah. And a whole bunch more.
Yeah, there's a bunch more here.
Yeah. So the game has a ton of replayability, because what you're trying to do is capture 5 of these beasts.
Oh, nice.
So you're just kind of shuffle them up and create a stack.
Okay.
And you start with one. So we could start with this Okami hatchling, for example. Each player is going to take on the role of one of the 4 main characters from the movie.
Okay.
So I might be Newt. You could be Tina. We also have Queenie and Jacob, of course.
Right.
And if you want to hold that up.
Yeah,
each player has their own player board. And you see a bunch of sections, those columns. Those are the different abilities that you can activate by rolling and filling out those sections with combinations of dice. So this is another cooperative dice game where you're trying to roll and match symbols, which is going to play a little bit differently than Thanos, in that like each player, instead of building out a team, is sort of honing their abilities. And those abilities include a protection ability, just going to give you shields, because some of these beasts are going to attack you, and if anybody's health is reduced to 0, you have this little health track here, all the players are going to lose, so you have to keep everybody healthy.
Right.
The capture ability is kind of the most important one, because the way you win the game is by capturing beasts, and that's tracked on each of these individual beast cards. Whenever you take a capture action, you're going to move it one step closer into the suitcase.
Okay.
And when you bring it into the suitcase, you obviously captured it, and you can move on and try and track down the next beast.
Nice.
But the beast is also going to be pushing back, and it can escape by running off this way. And if this little tracker moves off the other side, the beast has escaped.
No.
And if 2 beasts escape, you lose the game.
Wait, 2?
Yeah. So one can get loose and might not cause too much fuss.
Sure.
But if you lose a second one, then you're
Yeah.
in trouble.
Okay.
So you're trying to track down the beast before too many get loose and the muggles or no mages.
mages.
Yep. Become aware of it.
So it's capture 5, win the game. Lose 2, lose the game. Wow.
Exactly.
Or die.
Yeah, or have one player be eliminated.
Wow.
Yep. And of course,
Okay.
you can scale the difficulty if you want to play an easier game, capture fewer beasts. You want to play a longer game, capture more, or only let one escape. So there's ways to balance it out to ramp up or ramp down the difficulty.
Okay.
And then the basic mechanic, I'll get into it real quick. Let's see. That's Tina, so that's perfect. So each player, in addition to their player board, has a set of markers that they're going to use to fill in on their board. And you'll notice that everybody's combination of symbols are different.
Yeah.
So, for example, Newt is better at capturing. He's better at tracking down the beast.
Okay.
So he needs fewer combinations of those dice to fill in.
All right.
Tina's not as good at tracking down beasts, but she's better at protecting and distracting.
Okay.
So everybody's combination of abilities is different. And the way the action in the game works is on a player's turn, you're going to roll these 6 dice. And you're going to be able to keep whichever ones you want, set them aside, and then re-roll the remainders. And you're going to get a total of 3 rolls. After the 3rd roll, you're going to apply the dice. And what you're going to do is if you have enough symbols that match one of those sections, you get to fill in that section and sort of ready your action on your player board.
Okay.
You have to roll one more of that symbol to what we call set the action.
Okay.
And then any subsequent time you roll that symbol, you get to take that action. So the protect action gives shields to players in case they start losing their health. The capture brings the beast closer into the suitcase. The distract helps mitigate some of the beast activities.
Okay.
The insight gives you these cards. So kind of like in Thanos, you have these cards instead of the bonus tokens, and they're going to have symbols and abilities that are going to let you ignore some of the actions of the beasts or contribute with extra symbols that you need to fill in sections on your player board, give you extra rerolls, all that kind of stuff that helps kind of mitigate the luck factor of the dice in the game.
Okay.
And then there's a final action, which is a capture 3, which is the same as the original capture, but 3 times as effective. So you move the beast 3 times closer in. But you can see those are all on the far end, and you need to roll a lot of them.
A lot of dice for everybody.
But it's a super powerful ability.
Nice.
So the basic action again is roll, keep some, and then the stars, of course, are wild. So that would be a great roll there to start out. I could just keep all those.
Wow.
Roll this one more time. Nope, not going to do anything there. Okay, and then I would apply these, and it looks like I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3 wilds, and one of those captures would fill in the bottom, and then this one would fill in the top. And then on my next turn, anytime I roll this, I can assign it here, and then I'm capturing the beast, bringing it 3 steps closer.
Yeah, that amazing roll.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one. If all I needed was one more, and then I would have been able to do all of that in one turn.
Wow.
And then after each player takes their actions, filling out their player board ready and setting their actions, the beast acts, and it'll indicate which dice you're going to roll. Okay. And then based on that result, you're going to apply those actions to the beast.
Oh, wow.
So a couple of the symbols are going to help it escape. A couple are you're just going to ignore.
Right.
And then some are going to attack and then reduce your health or deplete your shields.
Okay.
And that's basically the way the action in the game works. The next player takes the turn, works on filling out their player board. Okay. When you capture a beast, you're going to get some bonuses, but you're also going to have to unset some of your abilities because you've got to prepare for a different beast. So you don't come in to the next round fully stocked up. You kind of have to set yourself back a little bit, prepare for the next one, fill things in again, and you kind of just repeat that cycle until you've managed to capture enough beasts to win the game.
All right. Very cool. I mean, that's very straightforward.
Yeah, it's very simple in its mechanics. Again, rolling and signing dice, setting them aside, getting this one's pretty simple. You just get the 3 rolls. Yeah. So there's that pretty familiar kind of pressure luck dice mechanics there. But with the variable player abilities, So, and the cooperative nature of it too, because the one thing I forgot to mention is you can also assign dice to other players
Okay.
if they've got their abilities set as well. So you can work
Nice.
together. So if I've got my capture set and Jacob has his capture set, I can use one on mine, but I can also give one to him.
Oh,
So I
okay.
can work off of my teammates' abilities as well.
Nice.
So yeah, there's a lot of really fun cooperative interplay with it.
That's perfect.
So another really fun, but relatively simple and straightforward co-op press your luck dice game that we've been working on.
I love it.
We're really excited about it. And this will be out in September.
September.
Yeah.
Okay. And what is the price point going to be on this?
This game is $35. Yeah.
Perfect.
I know, right?
That's awesome. This is going to be great for the holiday season
Mhm.
as well.
Yeah, we're really excited about this because the new movie will be coming out in November.
Oh,
So, this is
yeah.
poised to obviously leverage all the excitement
Sure.
around that. And it's also the first Fantastic Beasts game on the market.
Nice.
So we're really excited about expanding our offerings and doing more in the wizarding world outside of just the Harry Potter stuff.
Right.
Because there's going to be 4 more of these movies. So
Right.
the Fantastic Beasts fans are going to grow. And I can
Absolutely.
say that so far this weekend, debuting at Gen Con, the response to this has been really overwhelmingly positive. People
Perfect.
are very excited.
So if any of you out there watching want to find out more about this and the release and everything like that, where can they go to get all the good information on this and all the good USA Appley products?
Really, the best place to go is to our website, usaappley.com, and we've got product pages and game pages up for everything. There'll be how to play videos, and we like to put together like behind the scene making ofs and do blog posts with tips and tricks. So there's really a wealth of information you can
Absolutely.
find on our site. More outside of just the products themselves, but
Right.
you get some fun like designer diaries and tips and tricks
Right.
to give you some helpful strategic advice.
Nice, which
So-
I like getting.
Yeah.
Because as you all know, I tend to lose. I may say I'm about to just destroy this game and just win, but I lose all the time. But it doesn't detract me from the fun that games provide, because you guys at USA Appley are making so many games that are hitting so many fandoms. You have the Snow White gem mining
Yep.
game as well.
The gemstone mining game.
It's so much fun. There's so much, and if there's a fandom that you guys have, I am sure that fandom is available through USA Appley in some capacity. And speaking of which, if you are at Gen Con, and if you missed it, this month's Game Trade magazine had Deadpool. The
little promo pack for the
promo pack in there,
Deadpool
yeah.
versus the World
Yeah.
party game that we launched earlier in the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a little, you get a little one-shot play experience
Mhm.
out of it, so it's sort of a fun opportunity to kind of sample the game
Yeah.
before you invest in it. But it's only $25, and like we
Right.
played it. It's an awesome party game.
Absolutely.
It's just a blast, and so pick up the magazine
Yeah.
and try it out, and then go
And
out and
then
pick up the game. Yeah.
Pick up all the games. All the USA Appley games should be on your shelf. All of them.
games.
So, Andrew, thank you so much for coming up here. Thank you so much for Thanos Rising.
You're welcome. Thank you for the endless praise you have heaped upon it. It's very humbling, and I really appreciate it. We all really appreciate it. I'm just thrilled that so many people,
Yeah,
including you, are
so
just
good.
so excited about
So
it,
good.
and to have this gorgeous painted figure and everything. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And for everybody out there watching, again, go to your local game store. Check out what's available at your local game store, especially in the USA Appley Arena, because that's where we want you to go to buy these things and have fun and put them on your shelf. And in that vein, I'm Rick, and I'll see you at the game store. Super cool. I had so much fun sitting down with Andrew Wolf from USA Appley. He's one of my favorite people out there in the game industry. Granted, I love all y'all, but Andrew is a special favorite of mine. He is the creator of the Thanos Rising game, which is one of my favorite games this year. And I talk about it all the time. And we painted some miniatures on our show and stuff, and it's a lot of fun. But the Fantastic Beasts board game that he talks about in there, it's so good.
So when do we get to play that one?
As soon as I get a copy.
Yes.
USA Appley?
Yeah.
Mhm. No. I'm sure we'll get one, and we'll be able to do some cool video content around it in the near future. But again, thank you, USA Appley, for sitting down with us, and Andrew at Gen Con. It was a lot of fun. And he's a great part of the industry community, which leads us to our community shout-outs.
All All right, so first up, we have Shall We Play Games. So it's a local store in Las Vegas, Nevada,
Yes.
like the place of all games, right?
Yeah, I mean, everybody goes there eventually. Maybe not to the Shall We Play, but if
they
you're-
should.
They
If
go
you're
to Vegas.
going, the party's not complete till you
Right.
show up there. I don't know what else to tell you. But if you're there, support it. If you're on vacation, what better souvenir than like a packet
Yeah.
of dice or something from
I was
show
in
up.
Vegas, and I happened to pick up these dice. These are my Vegas dice.
Yeah, like
from Shall We Play Games.
nothing luckier. That's
Right.
like
I agree.
Bam.
And you can find out more about that store at shallweplaygames.com or follow them on any of their social media platforms. I'm sure they're on all of them. But yeah, if you're in Vegas and you have a moment to get away from
You're
the
a
one-armed
gamer in Vegas.
If you want to get away from the one-armed bandit, please go over to Shall We Play
Yes.
Games. And check them out. Our other shout out goes to the store in my town where I live.
Oh, wow.
Which is Bel Air, Maryland.
Oh,
Bel Air
shout out.
Games, Mike
Shout
over
outs
at Bel
to
Air.
us.
I love those guys. You go in there, the store is always they greet you. But one of the things we really want to focus on is they have a board game night every Wednesday. So people come and Matt Lauder is like
Awesome.
he's like the champion of board gaming at this store. He's a really cool dude.
Yeah.
So yeah, they have board game night every Wednesday. You go there and play stuff. Like he'll bring stuff from Gen Con or whatever. And when I show up, I'll bring something that may not be out yet, and we'll get everybody.
Oh, sneaky.
Yeah, and we'll
Yeah.
play some games. It's a lot of fun. It's a great group. It's a great community at Bel Air Games. So if you are in the area and you want to check out a really cool store, Bel Air Games is the one to check out. And you can find their information at belairgames.com and be the Prince of Bel Air. So, Gretchen, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
For Board Games and Beyond, I'm Rick, and we will see you at the game store.
Thanks for watching Board Games and Beyond. Give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Make sure to follow us to see all the fun things GTM is up to.